Sorry this video's coming out a little late with the holidays and whatnot. Just haven't been able to get it done. So I wanted to talk about what the deer are doing in my area right now. It's January 3rd, 2023. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. And I'm just going to kind of keep moving here and talking while I'm getting to the barn here. So what are the deer doing in my area, which is Central Michigan, via trail camera and observation. I have not been hunting. Hunting season was over the 1st. There was a late gun doe season, or antlerless deer season in Michigan. I did not go out. I was going to, but I didn't. My neighbors did. I seen a couple people hunting over there. Heard a gunshot. They might have got a doe. I don't know. I've been trying to contact them, but I can't seem to connect with them. So if you watch, my neighbor, if you're watching, please contact me and we can talk about deer season and how it went. Right now the deer are, well, we lost all our snow. It's basically weather driven what they're kind of doing. We lost all our snow. It's got a little warmer. It's chilly today, but rainy. So they are hunkering down next to food. Does, at least, does and fawns. And their normal patterns is off, I believe. I think they're just probably not moving very far. They are just doing a big circle within their home range and eating, surviving. Had a couple coyotes on trail camera running together last night. So that is a little concerning. I would like to do some trapping if I can. Hopefully I can get that done. Got a lot of... School's going to start back up here before the kids, and hopefully I'll be able to have a little bit more free time to maybe get some trapping done. Bucks, I haven't had a buck on camera in a while. A couple weeks probably. They were on camera pretty regularly, but that's not out of the ordinary. Right now, deer diet is about 90% woody browse. Now you can see there's green behind me, but those are red pine. And there's a green field over here across the road from my house. They're probably out in that at night. It's rye. So it's probably what they're doing in your neck of the woods. That's what they're doing in my neck of the woods. Sorry about that. Probably annoying driving around and doing all those different things and trying to talk at the same time. Yesterday, I was able to get out, do some errands, and I was in Meijer. But any store at this point have a lot of pretty good deals on some leftover hunting stuff. Meijer had... I picked up this Black Widow gel. I'll try to run some video of some things they had. It wasn't huge sales. Some things they were, but trail cameras I noticed at Tractor Supply Company, I think. A couple Browning trail cameras were like $20 or $30 off. This will keep for the year, and this is for licking branches, and I really like this. I like the Jackie's deer lure a little bit better, but I like this stuff as well. Works pretty good. So hopefully that little tip help you out. New year, fresh start, 2023. I'd like to get back. Every time I go on consults, I talk to whoever my client, either it's a potential client or not, whether it's on the phone or not. And a lot of times I'll say to them, hey, forgive me for maybe repeating some of the things you already know. I don't know exactly what they've read, what they've watched, their deer education whatsoever. So I tell them that, not to insult them, but I also like to refresh myself. I mean, it's really good to refresh myself. I'm always trying to learn new things, always trying to read new things, whether it be on a book or magazine or whatever it takes. But I want to get back. I have my brochure. I was refreshing and putting some of those out in different areas. Some of the things I have in there about quality deer management. And this is how they found this, is the QDMA, or the NDA, sorry. I keep doing that. National Deer Association puts out this information. They didn't either get it collected from, most of the time it's universities or other deer study groups that have gathered this information. So if you need a source of where this information come from, I'm going to send you to the NDA National, I think it's deerassociation.com, deerassociation.com. And then, like, if you want to Google something like deer home range, type in deer home range, deerassociation.com, or National Deer Association, or QDMA. You'll usually pop up with some good information. But just a refresher course, what I like to explain is the average home range of deer. This is average deer. This isn't every deer out there. This isn't just bucks. This isn't just does. This is on average deer. Their average home range in all of their, where they live, is 1 square mile, 640 acres. Now, it's probably not a square neither. Maybe it's not a circle. And if you follow Mississippi State Deer Lab, they've been doing lots of studies with collared bucks crossing the Mississippi River, living over there for 3 or 4 months, crossing back. Some of them cross multiple times a year. It's crazy with some of the, I think they're just tracking bucks. So around here, around my area is kind of what I relate it to. Doe and doe families probably smaller than 640 acres. Bucks probably bigger. And then they've categorized the bucks. Yearling buck probably stay with the doe family or close to it. They kind of bounce between the buck bachelor group and the doe families. Because usually a yearling buck, which is 18 months old, year and a half old, have gotten kicked out of their where they were born and raised for a year. They've gotten kicked out of there for the most part. Unless the mother has passed or has been taken out of the herd, they're more likely to be 1 to 5 miles away from where they were born. 2.5 to 3.5 year old buck travel the most. I'm sure they'll travel way more than 640 acres or that 1 square mile. They say the older the buck, 4.5 and older, the smaller the home range. So that's kind of encouraging. They're going to find a spot that they're safe, comfortable, and they know that they're not getting bothered by humans and by predators, and it's got food and cover and water. They'll probably hunker down and stay right there. They could make 10 acres home, and they could travel 3 miles and make 10 acres home and go back and forth. Just all depends, and every deer is different. Doe families, especially there's hierarchy. There's alpha doe, and usually they're related if they're near each other or by each other. They'll stay closer to food, and they'll tolerate humans, homes, more than buck do. So hopefully that helps. And of course the home ranges intermix, but hopefully that helps some basic deer biology, I guess we could call this. Also want to talk a little bit about how deer grow. So they're born usually in the springtime, 6 months old. If it is a doe fawn, if that doe fawn gets 77 to 80 pounds, it could go into heat. One good indicators and bad indicators, okay? Good indicator meaning you got you had a strong doe raise that doe fawn, probably have good habitat to get that amount of poundage on in that short period of time. However, the bad part is the doe fawn could be going into heat later in the year, say late November, December, maybe even January. Don't know. It gets pregnant then. They're pregnant for 198 days, which adds on to the birth date. So they're giving birth in June, July. And it happens. It does happen. You see it all the time on social media that a fawn will have spots still on in October or November. It's a late born, is all. And, is that doe fawn going to be able to carry it for one thing and then nurse it? Another thing. So, lots of things to think about. A doe, stay on this topic, their body structures, their bones and everything, takes a couple years for them to fully grow. I'm going to translate that to human. Human, 18, 20 years, maybe sometimes 16 if females kind of mature faster. That's what they kind of call it, maturing. 16 to 18, their bodies are done growing. Their bone structures are done growing. Me, myself, I think I grew, till I was 21. I graduated high school at 18. I think I was 5'9" when I was, and now I'm 5'10". So in the 21, I think I stopped growing. Maybe I grew an inch within there, but some people are all different. Deer, a doe, 2 to 4 years for a doe. Let's go to bucks. Buck, fawn, 6 months old. Could it breed? Sure. Deer, world, are meant to breed and stay alive. Keep their species alive. So they can breed. I don't know the percentages of how much that is. We know through research that the older bucks try to do most of the breeding. But that doesn't mean, a buck can only sire, 3 to 5 fawns a year. They're only probably breeding 2 doe, maybe 3 doe tops a year. Any buck. Buck's skeletal structure, 4 years at least. So when they talk about mature buck, they're talking about a buck between 4 and 7 years old. That is when, at about 4 years old, they say that's when more of their energy, what they eat and how they live, can be put into their antlers. So you're seeing 2.5, 3.5-year-old buck with really nice set of antlers. Lots of indications, good habitat, good growing times, but that's just what they do. For a mature buck, though, 4 years old minimum for the skeletal structure to stop growing. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit, understanding the deer world. We're going to talk about how much they eat, how they eat, when they eat, next time. I'm going to stop this video for this week so I can get it out, and I'll pick that back up next week with what the deer are doing around here and how and what and how much the deer eat between doe, buck, and all that. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe again, share, go to Rumble. That's free. That Rumble is a growing video platform. It's pretty cool. It's taken a little bit to get used to. It's not like YouTube, but YouTube took 10, 15 years to get really popular. So I like Rumble. It's growing on me. I have affiliate sponsors that are in the description link. Go there. If you shop and buy something, that would be fantastic. So God bless you. God bless our troops. God bless America. And thanks for watching.